I have some suspicions about her, whereabouts. Not whereabouts, but her origins. I mean, we heard that she said she's from Fontaine, but then why can't she do the dolphin jump then? I think this quest will answer all of those questions, so let's go to Poisson and start this.
Hey, traveler. Paimon.
Oh, there he is, my favorite magician.
Oh, Paimon knows that voice.
Over here.
Hi, Lyney. Where's Arlecchino?
To borrow one of the more popular turns of phrase at the moment, this appears to be quite the fated reunion. Running into you two out of the blue like this has really made my day. I certainly wasn't expecting it.
Well, that makes the two of us.
You can say that again. What brings you to Poisson? Wait, Paimon's got it! You must be here for one of your magic shows, right?
Actually, we've run into a bit of trouble on the home front, so Father arranged for us to stay in Poisson for the time being.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
Are Lynette and Freminet here too?
Yep, along with most of the other members of the House of the Hearth. You may have noticed Poisson seems a bit more crowded than usual.
I don't think Lyney would be near a dirty fish. But he is. Really, I really thought I wouldn't see that scene also.
So you're saying nearly the entire organization has moved to Poisson? Sounds like you've run into way more than just a bit of trouble. What's really going on?
Well...
Well, what's the situation?
Since the two of you are so curious, perhaps I can fill in the gaps.
Oh no, the position of me, it's so... Oh, that's unlucky, but look at her. Oh my god. The way she just appeared out of nowhere. Look at Paimon, she's terrified already. Please, Arlecchino, do fill in the gaps. Oh god, her eyes, her nails, I can't. Paimon is so cute, look at her cheeks. She looks like a hamster from this angle. She's so cute. Alright, Arlecchino, please, do go on. Oh, wait.
You scared Paimon half to death!
Hamsty Paimon is scaredy scared.
Father, you're here.
Oh, of course he is. Okay, I think I can come back. Hello.
On second thought, maybe we don't need to know? It's all probably super confidential House of the Hearth stuff, right? We totally weren't trying to pry or anything.
I like how she tries to save herself from interacting with Arlecchino. That's how intimidated she is.
No need to be nervous. I could sense your genuine concern from your conversation just now.
Yeah, just relax. Of course we don't want to be on her bad side, but yeah, I would be willing to have a conversation with her.
Of course. I can also understand your confusion. Sending so many Fatui here to Poisson, it's only natural that some might suspect an ulterior motive to be involved.
Well, we're a little curious. We still have our reservations about your organization. No, we are just a little curious, Arlecchino.
I understand. I'm well aware you've had your fair share of confrontations with the Fatui in the past, and I can't exactly guarantee that we'll remain on good terms in the future.
Oh, don't say that.
As for right now, however, I would say we have little reason to be at odds, wouldn't you agree? The House of the Hearth could stand to be more open with those who have worked so closely with us in the past. As for the issue at hand, well, it hardly relates to any ulterior motive. To be frank, it all stems from a certain rumor circulating around the House of the Hearth. It's an internal matter.
That made me even more curious now, by the way. Damn, this quest was so good, honestly. literally, I have high expectations. I usually try to keep my expectations low for story quest because I don't want to really get disappointed. But for Arlecchino story quest, really, I just have high expectations because it's her. I mean, look at her, and I really want to get to know her better, like especially like her past, where she's from, what she's been through. I really hope that I will get a maybe just a little glance at it. It would be amazing.
What sort of rumor?
I really like this. Usually Paimon is never, shy away from asking questions, but with Arlecchino, she's like, so what is the rumor? And she's like really shy, kind of scared of her. It's really cute to see. You laughed at the ending? Wait, a lot of people said that the quest was sad at the beginning of the stream. How did you laugh at the end? Or the end is actually happy and like maybe in the middle of the quest we get sad? I don't know. But I think like it's been only like 5 minutes now, but the aura of the quest seems heavy.
A rumor that a certain phantom child is hiding away in the House of the Hearth.
Some sort of ghost story, maybe? I feel like I'm getting chills already.
A phantom child?
That sounds ridiculous, by the way. But Paimon is so scared of the ghost, so...
A spirit that should have long ceased to exist is lurking in the shadows of the House of the Hearth. So I decided to bring the children to Poisson before continuing to investigate the situation.
So it's real.
I expect I should be able to track down the spirit fairly quickly. After that, it's just a matter of resolving the situation, if you will. It shouldn't be much trouble at all. If you're curious, or if you still have some concerns, it might be advisable to stick around for a few days. I'm sure the children would be exceedingly pleased to welcome some visitors.
Oh, I'll definitely stick around, but to hopefully help Arlecchino during this, cleansing spirits mission.
Lyney, I'll leave you to entertain our guests. I have some matters to attend to.
Oh, so early.
Of course, Father.
Yes, Father. So? Paimon is having an internal heart attack. It's so funny. I couldn't help but feel intimidated during that conversation with the knave. Now that she's gone, it feels like I can finally breathe again. Oh my god. The power she holds just by standing there and conversing with the traveler and Paimon, I am beyond impressed with Arlecchino. Like her aura, how she carries herself, really admire her like all over the place. Like her looks, her character, again, the way she carries herself, everything is just love it. It's like intimidating, but also elegant and gorgeous. Like I love a whole of like her classy but intimidating aura. She also suggested that we stick around for a few days, but why?
It has long been a dream of mine to invite you to our home and introduce you to my other siblings.
All right.
You're quite well known in the organization already.
Where's Lynette?
A lot of people have been talking about you, especially after everything with the prophecy. If you're willing, why don't you stay a while and have a little chat with us?
Sure.
All right. We don't have anything else to do right now anyway. But let's be clear, we're just gonna be there as guests, okay? Don't get any funny... Oh, wait a second. For your guests, that probably means we'll be treated to lots of yummy food, right?
Like it took her a second to change her mind about being guest of the Fatui.
Of course. During our stay in Poisson, we've been helping out the locals with some fishing. We bring in quite the bounty every day. In fact, today's the perfect chance for me to show you what I can do in the kitchen. Let's go. I'll take you to where we're staying.
I mean, they are really hospitable. Like, I would want to be their guest. Especially her. I mean, look at that. I want to pay my respects to... Oh, cutesy cat, kitty cat. Hello. Where am I supposed to go now, by the way? Navigate. Be a house guest. Well, that would be my pleasure. Should I... Yep, down there. Paimon is too talkative, but I love her. Sometimes she's so thoughtless. But yeah, I like her overall as well. Alright, let's be a house guest.
We rented this house from one of the locals to use as a temporary base. I'll come back later and tidy up a bit. After that, it should be all ready for you to stay in tonight.
It looks like the house that we got in with Freminet in the Archon quest of Fontaine. It may not be the same house, but the exterior is the same.
Awesome, thanks! So, where are we off to now?
Well, when I happened to run into you two earlier, I was actually in the middle of distributing some supplies. With this many people staying in Poisson, we have to bring in outside supplies every now and then. I should probably make sure the rest of these provisions get delivered. Otherwise, people might start to get antsy.
Okay, we'll come with! There are all sorts of rumors about your organization floating around out there. Paimon's not sure if she could even take a wild guess as to what's true and what's not. But now that we finally have the chance to see a day in the life of the house, we can take a good look at how you operate!
Well, you're more than welcome to come along. Just follow me.
Alright, for a change, we are not doing any work. We are actually volunteering to go with them. See how Lyney didn't want us to, accompany him? Usually in the quest, we are the ones who are doing the work, We go there, we go somewhere to visit them, but we always end up with work in our hands. Now I kind of appreciate that. Because we are not the ones who is doing the work.
The supplies. I'm assuming you've...
Brought them with me? Yep, here you go. Hello? Something caught your eye?
What happened to What happened to him?
It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Oh, that's so sweet.
No way!
Oh, such a cute moment.
Here, everyone! Hurry! The Traveler and Paimon are here!
Oh my god, we are celebrity,
The
guys.
time, please. Don't crowd around them all at once. We don't want to scare off our guests now, do we?
Oh, it's alright! Gotta say, Paimon didn't realize we were this famous. Of course! Father and Lyney have told us so much about you.
Father told us about how you helped Lyney. According to her, you're a trustworthy friend. And as far as she's concerned, that's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. As you can imagine, everyone's been very curious about you.
Oh my god. Father said the Traveler is a trustworthy friend. The knave considers... Oh my god, I cannot even speak because I'm just very happy. Even at the beginning of the quest, the father considers us as a trustworthy friend. And even this guy says it's pretty much the highest compliment we've ever heard her give. Guys, we're already starting from the top.
I heard the Traveler is so strong that she can move a mountain with her bare hands.
Okay, that's a bit of, yeah, definitely that's not true.
I heard Paimon eats so much that she can clean out the entire pantry at Hotel de Boer in just 3 days.
Well, that's true.
Wait a second, that's the rumor you heard about Paimon? Oh, not cool at all.
Mine is also a bit of a stretch. But by the way, that's true, Paimon. That's true. Look how tiny she is. And she eats a lot.
Oh, wait. When guests visit, you're supposed to give them gifts and stuff, right? Oh, we don't need something like that. Besides, we don't have anything to give to you. Come on, we insist. I can give you some of my new potions. Just pick your poison. And by that, I mean medicine or actual poison. I've got both.
Well, I'll go with poison.
Huh?
I like her already, that little girl.
maybe Shaplo can teach you guys about stealth. He's super good at it. He's never been caught.
That's so cool.
Ah, now that's not a bad idea. I know you usually prefer to fight head-on, but it never hurts to expand your bag of tricks, right? When it comes to eliminating your enemies, staying quiet can go a long way. Trust me, I would know.
You would do well in Shumatsuban, you know?
I was poisoned not too long ago, and I'm still dealing with the after effects. So I'm not quite as good as I was before, but I can still give you some pointers.
Wait, when you said gifts, Paimon didn't think you meant poison and stealth tactics.
Paimon, come on. Those are better than, sweet snacks. Poison could come handy if we want to assassinate someone, and stealth tactics, we could do so much spy work with that, I'm literally considering about being a literal assassin, like as a traveler.
But those are the best things we can give you. You don't like them?
Paimon, you're so rude. You made them sad.
Ooh, how about this? Tell me the name of someone who really annoys you, and we'll teach him a lesson for you.
I love these kids already. The dangerous suggestions keeps on coming one after another.
War. I think that's enough suggestions for now. When it comes to being a good host, it's the thought that counts.
They are so sweet, guys. They are trying to be hospitable, offering us their, most useful and, practical tactics. I really appreciate it.
You don't need a physical gift to make our guests happy. In fact, pestering them with suggestion after suggestion might make them more annoyed than anything. I would say your enthusiasm has certainly gotten across.
Really?
Absolutely. We definitely feel the love. That's so cute.
Awesome! It's been so long since we have had guests to play with. If there's anything you need, just let us know. Yeah, especially if it's poison or something. I've got all sorts of potions for that.
Well, we'll talk to you all later. We've still got supplies to distribute.
All right, see you later.
All right, bye, guys. You were a lovely bunch.
Lyney, about all that poison and stealth tactics talk just now.
Paimon, just let it go.
Scared you, did it? That kind of talk comes with being part of the House of the Hearth.
I mean, they undergo a very strict training program as the kids of the House of the Hearth. So it's totally normal for them to know stealth tactics and how to brew poisons. I think those are really useful skills.
When Foltz was really young, he strangled all of his family pets, just out of curiosity. He was labeled a dangerous problem child and was abandoned by his family.
You know what? I take it back. I take it back. Foltz, I thought you were cute. But I draw the line in pets. I draw the line in pets. Really. That escalated quickly. Yeah, definitely. I'm okay with brewing poisons, but strangling the family pets multiple times? Okay.
Elwar has an unnatural obsession with potions. Father has forbidden her from trying all the different concoctions she comes up with, but she still tries to test them in secret. You really have to keep an eye on that one.
I like her.
Chaplot is around my age. While I'm mainly responsible for collecting intelligence, he handles surveillance. He's very passionate about his work and has no reservations about taking on some very difficult missions. I know you two probably aren't used to that kind of talk, but I can promise you they only had the best of intentions. Things like stealth tactics and developing different poisons, they really mean a lot to them. They were just trying to share the best of what they could offer, that's all.
Yeah, again, it's the thought that counts. It's actually sweet. Old ability strangles everyone on the field. My god. I'm still really creeped out about the fact that he strangled the family pets.
Filial, supplies are here.
Thanks. And who are these two? Outsiders?
They don't know the legendary traveler and Paimon? Just the previous attention we got, now this is completely different.
Allow me to introduce you. This is the Traveler and Paimon.
Oh, you're the famous duo I've been hearing so much about.
Yes.
It's nice to meet you. I heard you've traveled to all sorts of places. Is that true?
Of course! We're making our way all across to that!
Oh, good for you.
You must be pretty familiar with Fontaine by now then. Have you seen the new opera that started running recently? I think it's called... The 4,000 Thieves?
Oh, this is the first we've heard of it.
It seems like it's going to be fantastic. From what I've been able to tell from the posters, anyway. You should definitely check it out if you have the time.
Oh,
Sure.
and there's the Blind Maiden, too. That one is supposed to have
This sounds
audience
more
interaction.
interesting.
Seems pretty interesting.
Alright.
After this mission is over, I think I'll go get a manicure.
Can I come with?
Oh, maybe I should dye my hair. Wonder how much it'll cost.
Is it just Paimon, or do these two seem much easier to get along with than the others? Looks like the House of the Hearth has some normal members after all.
I heard that.
Paimon, sometimes you really have a loose tongue.
Oh! Oops.
I'm guessing you're referring to Foltz and the others? Yeah, we're definitely not all like them.
I bet those crazies are practically foaming at the mouth right now. I'm sure they just can't wait to get back to Snezhnaya to carry out the plan.
That's enough, Filial.
What plan?
Don't talk about family members behind their back, right? Whatever. Let's go.
They don't like the little kids. They think they are crazy. I mean, False, yeah, he is cray-cray. But the little girl, I really... I like her. She's my favorite so far.
Guess this is goodbye then. If you ever have some time, we should go see the opera together.
Alright, where is Lynette and Freminet? I already want to see them.
Well, that's it for the supplies. We should probably head back as well.
Well, they didn't seem too happy with each other. Seems like there could be something more going on here.
We should observe for now. Let's not pry, but let's just
Right.
observe.
We're only here as guests after all. Oh, Lyney's getting super far ahead. Come on, let's catch up.
By the way, I watched the trailer. I watched the trailer of Arlecchino, like the little animation, her demo. It was crazy though. It was really good. I watched all of those. You should watch it again. Which one? The demo? Right now? After the quest. The demo was crazy. I think we didn't watch it on stream, right? It was close to Raiden's, like that fantastic.
What do you think of the members you've met so far?
They certainly got a lot of personality.
Well, Father is always encouraging us to be strong-willed and independent. So if there's one thing we've got, it's people who aren't afraid to speak their mind. Well, I should probably get cooking. Wanna join?
Yes, of course.
Then let's head out and... Freminet? What are you doing here?
Why is he staring at the box like that? As if he's grounded or... Oh my god, I feel so bad for him already.
Well,
Freminet, nice to see you again!
You too. I heard you're here as guests of House of the Hearth. Welcome.
He's so adorable. Really, the way he speaks. Like, he speaks so softly and in this shy manner. I just want to give him a hug. Like, tell him to relax. Everything will be alright.
We were just going to make some food. Why don't you come along? I could use some help in the kitchen, and I seem to remember you mentioning you wanted to make seafood soup for the traveler in Paimon.
That's so thoughtful.
Seafood soup? Oh, Paimon's drooling already.
Any mention of any food can get Paimon drooling.
Were you looking for something just now, Freminet? Maybe I can help.
It's nothing. I just wanted to see if there were any extra supplies.
Yeah, we've got some left over. What do you need?
Some food and water. And some clean cloth, if possible.
No problem. Give me a second here. Food, water... Wait a minute. What do you need all of those for? You're not on any missions as far as I'm aware, and you were just going to come eat with us. So what's this all about?
Lyney is such a big brother.
I thought I'd grab an extra portion because I get hungry at night. Could be because I'm growing, you know, and...
That's a very, very poor attempt to lie to your older sibling. Even I can see right through you.
Freminet. You remember what I told you? You're not like me. Your lying skills still need some work.
Oh, he's too pure. He can't lie.
Tell me what's going on. Is it really bad enough that you have to keep it from your own brother?
Maybe it'll be better if we gave them some space.
No, I want to hear the rest.
This is the first time I've seen that kind of look on your face. Whatever happened, does it have something to do with father?
Oh, wait. It is not some trivial matter? I thought it was like... one of the kids fell down and scraped their knee, so I need some food, water, and clean cloth to clean it up. I automatically assumed something like that. But now?
Yes.
It's about... Oh my god, it's about father?
Just follow me.
Freminet is the guy to get the smallest portion and run away and give it to the fish. Yeah, he's soft-hearted like that. Totally agree with you. But what is Freminet hiding from the father? Nonetheless, he can't even lie to Lyney. How will you hide something from the father? She will smell the fear probably across like kilometers. You cannot escape. Where are they? This seems suspicious.
You're back! Oh, and you've brought some friends with you this time.
Hello, my name's Lyney. I grew up in the House of the Hearth. And you are?
Hi, Lyney. I'm also a child of the House of the Hearth, just like you.
No! Is she the spirit? Oh my god. This is big. This is... Oh my god. Oh my god, Freminet is hiding her from Arlecchino. So, if you don't know, this girl is from the short animation of Arlecchino, and she was her best friend when they were little kids. But she's no longer alive. So is this a twin, a lookalike? or the spirit from the beginning of the quest? I have so many questions, but I wasn't expecting her in the quest.
You can call me Clairy.
Oh my god, is that her? It's her. I think her name was also Clairy.
Clairvy?
All right. This is gonna be one heavy quest. I can totally see it coming.
It's nice to meet you.
He's so cute though.
Does that name ring any bells, Lyney?
No, not at all. That's not a name we have on our roster, I'm sure of it. What I'm not sure of, though, is how she managed to sneak in. She must be the phantom child Father's been searching for. From the looks of it, I'm guessing you were the one that found her, Freminet. You, haven't told Father, have you?
Well, I called it.
No, I haven't told anyone. I've just been keeping her hidden.
For how long?
About half a month now.
Oh my god. Freminet. He can keep a secret. Half a month? Wow. Like, my respect for him is just like, increased, because he can definitely keep a secret. But from Father? Now that's kind of tricky. Like, what are they going to do now?
So ever since we got to Poisson, then, do you have any idea what you're doing?
Oh god, you are in deep trouble. Like, big, deep trouble. And now you just dragged Lyney along with you. But I can't even be mad at him, is because he's doing this due to his kind heart, you know?
I know what I'm doing.
Really? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like you're hiding the very person Father has been trying to find. If Father finds out about this, everyone involved is going to be punished.
Ooh, and that punishment? Yeah. Do you think that punishment is the one from the live stream, you know? Where Arlecchino goes just berserk on her children? Oh my god, this is gonna be epic.
You know the rules of the house, Freminet. I know you do. Father doesn't tolerate any form of betrayal. So why are you doing this?
I've thought it through. And I just can't hand her over like that. Lyney, don't you remember last year? Chapleau nearly died after getting poisoned during that one mission. He wasn't able to get back before the poison started taking effect, and not a single person was there to help him. That night, while I was sleeping, I heard a voice telling me to go save him. I opened my eyes, but I couldn't find the source of the voice. I thought maybe I was just hearing things, but I went to look for him anyway. Luckily, I got there with enough time to save his life. That feeling of being haunted, of hearing voices, it's happened many times in the House of the Hearth. I'm sure you've noticed.
So what you're saying is, that was her? She was the one who spoke to you that night?
Unless there are other spirits roaming around the House of the Hearth, I don't think there's any other possibility. If Clairvy were our enemy, it wouldn't matter whether she was a spirit or an actual child. I would have acted without a second thought, because that's what Father ordered us to do.
But she's not an enemy.
But she's been living with us, helping us from the shadows all this time. I think that makes her family.
Oh my god. My heart can't take this. How did she become a spirit? Well, I would like to take a guess here. Maybe she was too tied to the House of the Heart and maybe Arlecchino, and that's how she became a spirit. Kinda classic, but I can see that happening.
I couldn't just hand her over to be dealt with. Not when there's so much we still don't know.
Well, I mean, he's right a little bit.
So what's your plan then? You can't keep her here forever. Someone is bound to find out eventually.
I haven't thought that far yet. I don't want to disobey an order from Father, but I also don't want to put Clairvy in danger.
It's really cute of him, really.
Come with me. There are a couple things I'd like to say to you in private.
Oh, but I kind of want to hear it. I wonder if Clairvy is aware that she's dead.
At each other.
I mean, yeah, they are siblings.
Well, they got a funny way of showing it. From where Paimon was floating, it sure seemed like they were about to bite each other's heads off.
No way! They have a really deep bond. I could tell right away, because I also have a friend like that. I just don't know how long that kind of bond can last.
What do you mean?
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
Alright, this is getting kind of creepy.
I'm sorry, Lyney. I really didn't mean to drag anyone else into this.
Oh, really? You didn't mean to? 'Cause I, for one, wish you did.
Lyney is so big bro coded here.
Huh? What do you mean?
You know, when we were younger, you didn't call me Lyney. You called me brother, just like Lynette. We grew up together, the three of us. We were all orphans, all rescued by Father. Of all the siblings in the House of the Hearth, I think our bond was the closest. Later on, when you started calling me Lyney, I wasn't actually surprised. After all, Lynette and I are related by blood. We've had to depend on each other to survive long before we joined the house.
Lyney,
The darkest and most difficult moments of my life happened before you and I had ever met. I'm sure that's true for you as well. Even so, Freminet, we've stood by each other for all these years now, and to me, that means more than blood.
I'm gonna cry. This is so sweet. Just hug already.
You and Lynette are the most important people in my life. No one can replace you. So I won't let you face anything alone. Not if I can help it.
This is so cute.
Oh, looks like things are getting kind of heated between Lyney and Freminet. Maybe we should go check on him.
No, Lyney is reassuring Freminet. He's not angry. He is a little upset because Freminet has been through this alone, but he actually didn't need to deal with this alone. He could, involve Lyney and trust Lyney, depend on Lyney, because they are not related by blood, but they are brothers and siblings in the core, and Lyney is just kind of disappointed that Freminet didn't come to him for help. That really sums up their relationship.
I should put my clothes away.
Alright. Children, don't fight.
Hey, you two! Hope we aren't interrupting anything. Like a fight, or... Oh, wait a minute, Freminet. You're not crying, are you? Is everything alright?
Oh no.
Everything's fine. Thanks for asking.
Give him a hug now. Give him a hug, please. And probably a head pat too. Oh my god.
Well, we're all friends here, right? We've been through so much together, so if there's anything we can do to help, just say the word.
It's just a small family dispute. It's not something our guests should trouble themselves with. In fact, it might be better if your stay ended here.
But sometimes having guests around can come in handy.
What are you getting at, Traveler?
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate. That's what you're trying to say, isn't it?
Exactly.
I just... Thank you. I was really hoping to keep you out of it. But even if I could think of some other reason to turn you away, I'm not sure I could convince you. I know things could turn dangerous, so I promise you this. From now on, I'll protect you like my life depends on it.
Oh my god. I really appreciate it. That's so nice and brave coming from him. I feel secure now.
Me too.
Aww.
Well,
That's the
matter
least
at
we
hand,
could
then.
do for you.
If we don't plan on handing Clairy over to Father, then our only other option is to solve the mystery of her identity before Father is able to track her down. That means finding out where she came from and what she's doing here. Then we can send her on her merry way and pretend like none of this ever happened.
Well, that sounds like a perfect plan. That will never happen.
I've tried that already.
And?
And nothing. I tried taking her somewhere really far away, but after some time, she just reappeared. She even came with us all the way to Poisson. It seems like wherever the house is, she follows.
She's really cute. I think she is tied to Arlecchino.
I don't know much about spirits. Do you two have any ideas?
Let's see here. Paimon remembers hearing something like, if you fulfill a spirit's last wish before they died, they'll let go of whatever's keeping them here and return to the ley lines. Oh, it's just that Paimon doesn't really remember where she heard that, so it's not guaranteed to work or anything.
So we need to learn her last wish.
Well, sounds like it's worth a shot. Guess that means we should go ask her about her wish. But first, Freminet, I need you to promise me something.
What is it?
I need you to promise me that this will stay between the two of us. We're the masterminds behind this whole thing. No one else gets involved. Can you do that for me?
I mean, he's been keeping it for himself for half a month. Of course he can.
Of course. I promise.
All right. Then let's seal the promise just like when we were kids. Fist bump on 3.
This is so
1,
cute.
2, 3.
I swear.
Oh. Where did Lynette come from? I thought it was a flashback, like when they were kids. The way she just appeared and looked at us. Oh my god.
Whoa!
I like how she is like expressionless, as if this is something absolutely normal to do.
Lynette!
Oh my god.
But what a surprise! What brings you here, dear sister?
Oh my god. Her expression is so cute.
And, when exactly did you get here?
Well, that's what you get for trying to hide anything from Lynette. He's panicked.
You're an idiot, brother.
Oh, the camera angles are so good here.
And you too, Freminet.
Yep, incoming sister scalding.
You 3, Traveler. And you 4, Paimon.
What did we even do?
Wait, what did we do?
I've seen Clairy around the House of the Hearth before. I hadn't seen her in Poisson, so I figured she must not have come with us. But it turns out you were just hiding her. I heard you talking about your plan. Rather than steering clear of the situation, I'd rather fully join in.
Now, you are...
If you don't agree,
that makes
I'll
3
have
of
no
us.
choice but to report everything back to Father. Simple as that.
Oh my god. This is definitely sibling energy. It's like, let's say your sibling found something, okay? You want to cut out of it. If you don't give me this, I'll tell everything to mom and dad that you did, back in the summer vacation. I will tell them. I will tell them that you ran away from home during after, let's say, after, what was the name of it? After curfew. You know, that she has the exact same energy here.
You're not
Do this or
getting
I'm telling.
control,
Exactly.
Lynette. Well, I guess we're all in this together then. After we talk to Clairy, we'll figure out our next move. There's no time to lose. Let's go.
Ask about Clairy's origins. Oh, that looks delicious.
Oh, thank you for bringing me this food, you guys.
She said she's full, but the food doesn't look like it's even been touched.
Well, she's a spirit. She can't actually eat it. That means Paimon will eat it, probably.
That's right. Based on what I've been able to observe, it doesn't seem like Clairy can interact with the physical world at all. Still, when she's presented with food, she'll always linger around it for a good little while. Maybe, in her mind, she really is eating those things.
Maybe she thinks she's eating them.
Does she know that she has already passed away?
That's the question I've been looking for an answer. No, I've been looking an answer for. Was that true?
I've tried to ask her, but she didn't answer. My guess is that she's just as confused as we are. Or maybe she couldn't understand the question at all.
So she doesn't know.
Clairy, if you've got some time, I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Sure. Oh, another new friend. Hi, I'm Clairy.
Hello.
Clairy, how did you join the House of the Hearth?
Huh? Isn't it the same for everybody? The knave brings you here and then you can't leave.
It's just that your name, it's not on the roster. And I've never seen you before.
The roster? Oh, I get it now. I think there might be some things you don't know about this place.
The way she keeps saying these creepy things with a sweet voice is getting to me.
The people in charge, they're not as nice as they look. They say they keep a roster, but it's not complete. There are a lot of people who aren't on it, and never will be.
You know what I'm saying? Saying all these creepy things with a sweet voice. And by the way, the people in charge, when she says like they are not as nice as they look, I think she means the previous knave, not Arlecchino, hopefully.
In this house, some people are family and other people are just test subjects. Those kinds of people aren't ever going to get a place on the roster, unless it's the roster of people who've been executed.
Yep, the previous knave had this arrangement with Dottore, and they did some experiments on some kids of the House of the Hearth. But as soon as Arlecchino became the new knave and became the father of the House of the Heart, she stopped doing those things. Like, she said no to Dottore, get away. Literally, that's what she did. So Clairy definitely refers to the previous knave.
Wait, does that mean the knave... She...
Is there anyone that can vouch for you?
Perry, she's my best friend. She's the only one I trust in this place.
Perry, she means Arlecchino. Like, her real name is something like Perori? Peru? Oh my god, I cannot pronounce it, but you get what I mean. And she calls her Perry as short.
Have either of you heard of that name before?
No.
This is so funny. Because I know exactly what she means, what she refers to, but they are so clueless. It is so entertaining for me to watch them try to figure this out.
Me neither.
Clairy, Perry. Neither of those names are on the roster. But it seems like she's telling the truth. Either that, or this kid's already got a bag of tricks bigger than mine. maybe we should try a different approach. Clairy, do you have a wish?
A wish?
It can be anything you want. Just imagine, it's your birthday, you're blowing out the candles, and your wish is...
I wonder what she's gonna say.
To go outside.
That's actually so sad. It literally gave me chills.
Where the sun can find me.
That's it? Well, that sounds easy enough.
The darkness in the house runs deeper than you can imagine. No one can get out alive.
What does she mean by that? Things can't be this simple.
Okay, time to divide and conquer. Listen up, I've got a plan. I'll try and find a way to use basic illusory magic to take Clairy outside and bring her somewhere with sunlight. Lynette, try and find the list of executions that Clairy was talking about and see if her name is on it. Freminet, you stay in Poisson. We can't be the only ones who've had run-ins with Clairy. I need you to collect intel on everything she's said and done.
Understood.
I'll try my best.
What about us? What should we do?
Eat the lasagna.
I really appreciate your willingness to help, but this is a family matter. I don't want to drag you in too deep. It's too risky. Let me think. Since Father considers you to be guests, maybe you could stick by her side for a little while. You don't need to do anything except keep up some nice, casual conversation.
Yep, I'm on it.
Ah, Paimon gets it. You want us to distract her.
How should we contact you?
I'll give you a magic bird.
He's so cute.
All you need to do is release it when she's not looking, and it'll alert me that something's wrong. Of course, that's only as a last resort. If Father doesn't seem to notice us, there's no need to make contact. We'll reconvene here tonight after all's said and done. If the worst-case scenario happens and we're discovered, just tell Father everything. We're not going to let our guests get punished for our own actions. That's where we draw the line.
All right, be careful.
You too. Okay, this is where we part. Father should be at the beach nearby.
The toughest job is on us, by the way. Father is really perceptive.
No, it has to go well. That's the only way this can get resolved.
You got this, Lyney. I believe in you. Okay, let's talk with them.
Clairy, I'd like to take you somewhere. Is that okay?
Sure. Where are we going?
All right. You guys go on ahead. Did Lynette and Freminet already live? Yep, they already left. All right, so we're going to the beach to meet with Arlecchino. I wonder if I can fly down. No. What is she doing here? Does she like to look at the sea? Because I do too. Or maybe she was just visiting the graveyard here. Oh my god! Childe! Mr. Whirlwind! Alright, you know what? I didn't say that. Childe, what a pleasant surprise! Hey girlie, hold still.
It's the knave and Childe. Hey, aren't you supposed to be in Snezhnaya recuperating? What are you still doing in Fontaine?
Oh, it's you two. I didn't expect to run into you here.
Oh god, he's still injured?
I was unconscious for quite a while after the fight in the Primordial Sea. After I woke up, I realized I was being taken back to Snezhnaya, and well, I couldn't have that now, could I? Not when I've still got unfinished business here in Fontaine. So, I mustered up all my strength and made the journey back on my own.
What is the unfinished business?
What sort of unfinished business are we talking here?
It has to do with Skirk, my master. I really wanted to meet up with her, but by the time I got back, she had already left.
Well, good luck with that. Good luck finding
I
her.
still have so many questions for her. Without any other leads, all I could do was ask the knave to help me track her down. She must have left behind some traces from her time in Fontaine.
Oh, okay, so have you found any clues?
Unfortunately, no. While the House of the Hearth is adept at collecting all manner of intelligence, certain existences can still manage to escape our purview.
Basically, unless Master feels there's a need to meet with me, she's not going to be found. But that problem has an easy fix. I just need to become stronger, and then...
Oh god.
Paimon thinks you should focus on getting better first.
The worst of it is over. It's all thanks to that one kid from the House of the Hearth. Elwar, I think her name was. She gave me a bunch of random potions to drink. They didn't go down easy, let me tell you. Pain and chills all over. But they really did help speed up my recovery. And that's good, because it looks like I really do have to head back this time. The old man's been putting the pressure on me. He sent someone to tell me I'm needed for some sort of project.
Well, it seems like the potions worked.
Project Stoua?
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, that's the one. I heard Regrator's involved too. I'm not looking forward to having to listen to all his monologuing, that's for sure. Hey, maybe you could think of a way for me to stay in Fontaine for a little longer.
I could go instead of you. I would listen to Regrator's monologue until morning. Yeah, I could definitely do that. If that would help. Yeah, definitely. Look at Arlecchino though.
Helping Lyney and the others brush up on their fighting skills would be far more interesting. If you and I could spar, that would be even better. I've been waiting for a chance to see you go all out.
And what a sweet little daydream that is. But I also have a role to play in all this. I'll be leaving Fontaine shortly as well. Besides, considering how little they see fit to step outside the homeland, being called on to return to Snezhnaya by such illustrious dignitaries, what a great honor. Wouldn't you agree?
Thanks for the hydrate and welcome. Welcome. Thanks for joining. I really like the way she speaks. Like her manner of speech is so elegant.
One I could do without, I'd say.
Is it just Paimon? Or does it kind of seem like they're...
Just casually trash-talking their colleagues behind their backs.
So, dear guests of the House of the Hearth, to what do I owe the visit?
Well, we just...
Paimon, usually you're the talkative one, but when it comes to Knave, she's like... Oh my god, so cute. Wanted to learn more about you. Well, that is... that feels like a fish out of the water. Like, you couldn't be less smooth, really?
Right! We're super close to Lyney and the others, but we still don't know much about you!
I mean, she could see right through this.
Is that so? Introductions have already been made, have they not?
No, more deeper introductions we're talking about. We just know the surface level. We kind of want to dive deeper.
Oh, well, you see? There's only so much you can learn about someone from a short introduction. At least tell us something a little extra, like... Why do you call yourself father?
Good question. I'd also like to know.
The fact that you have to ask tells me our intelligence work has been quite successful. Telling you the answer to that question would only serve to undermine that success. And we can't have that, now can we?
She's like a locked box.
Spoken like a true diplomat. That was some expert sidestepping right there.
Well, if there's nothing else, I think I'll take my leave. I still have a small matter to resolve at home.
Wait, don't go!
Oh my god, Paimon. If the knave leaves right now, she's sure to run into Lyney and Clairy. Should I release the bird Lyney gave us? No, we should try to get her talking about something else first. About the House of the Art, what does the organization mean to you?
I'd also like to hear the answer to this.
Yeah, her hairstyle and colors, they're so good.
I've met some of the members of your organization, and they all seemed like really good kids. They actually reminded me of Tonya and Tusser. Which, by the way, if you ever betray them, I'm just letting you know, I won't let you off easy.
Big brother mode on.
And why would I betray them?
She would never, by the way. Not in a million years.
Well, you've already betrayed the House of the Hearth once, haven't you? At least, that's what I heard.
Childe, you know nothing. You know nothing. Don't ever say stuff like that. She's gonna...
Okay, I admit. That's just what the old man told me. The rooster, I mean.
You know who the rooster is? Pulcinella. Regrator is Pantalone, and Rooster is Pulcinella. Mr. Pinocchio. Yep, that meanie guy. Well, Rooster is talking some BS. Arlecchino just correct him. The knave betrayed the House of the Heart? So does that mean what Clairy said was true? Does the knave really treat her children like test subjects? No, that's the previous knave! Oh my god, I'm gonna scream at the top of my lungs.
Wait, did you really do something bad to those kids?
Never mind what I've done. I'm more curious as to what the mighty rooster had to say. Care to enlighten me?
Well, nothing much. Just some stuff about you taking out many other members of the House of the Hearth, and even going so far to attack your own family.
Well, ask her why.
I see.
Well, that reminds me of a really famous saying a really great man once said. Sometimes when the birds speak too much, the best thing you can do is to cut off its tongue and throw it out of the window. I think that's what you should do to the rooster, Arlecchino. Definitely.
Oh, based on your reaction, I'm guessing it's all a bunch of lies.
Hardly. I don't appreciate his particular turns of phrase, but I suppose he didn't say anything untrue. Although it would be more accurate to say that there is a certain level of prejudice involved, but I don't intend to clear that up just yet. Prejudice has a funny way of concealing the real truth behind certain things, an attribute that I find to be quite advantageous.
She's really clever. She doesn't let this go through her head. She is just unfazed because she knows the truth.
Call yourself a Fontainian, for example, and people will assume all sorts of things, when the real truth is that this is simply the land where I was raised.
She says, I was raised, not I was born.
Huh? You're not actually from Fontaine? But then why did you try to help out with the prophecy and everything?
I was trying to protect the children born in Fontaine. Claiming that I myself was a Fontainian simply made it easier to operate. People would hardly suspect a fellow Fontainian of having any ulterior motives. Who wouldn't want to save their homeland after all?
Yeah, she's really clever.
The primordial sea wouldn't have any effect on me, but it would have caused great harm to the House of the Hearth. Well, you wanted extra information, didn't you? There you go. I hope that satisfied your curiosity.
Well, not really, because where is she from? So much for learning anything else about her betrayal. She probably only revealed that other secret in order to change the subject. It seems like she's trying to avoid talking about her past. True diplomat, you know. Diversion. And, how do you say? Diversion and a little bit of manipulation.
So, you stayed in Fontaine for the kids. I guess I was wrong to believe you'd betray them. Apologies. Looks like I was holding on to some prejudices myself.
Good. Like I said, I like it when others have misconceptions of me.
Actually, while I was recuperating at the House of the Hearth, there was something else that really caught my attention. I heard that members always resolve disputes and arguments with a friendly spar, and the loser has to back down. Seems pretty cool if you ask me. Would also give them plenty of opportunities to hone their skills.
Well, that's only a recent development. In the past, such spars weren't nearly so friendly. The losing party would lose everything, including their life.
And she changed it because it affected her dearly.
They were that high stakes? Whew, at least that's not a thing anymore.
Well, the current atmosphere's not half bad. I'm a bit jealous, actually. You've got so many family members around you, and you even get to live with them.
Having a lot of family around means dealing with a considerable amount of bickering and scheming. Once Tonya and Tusser enter their rebellious phase, I'm sure you'll understand. Just imagine. Tusser becomes obsessed with plucking out strands from the rooster's mustache, or Tonya decides to dye her hair 42 different colors.
I really like the idea Tusser plucking the strands from Rooster's mustache. That would be a sight to see. That would be so funny, and I would actually help him. With tweezers.
Okay. I get the picture.
See? Diversion. Arlecchino successfully just went off topic.
Well, would you look at the time? I should probably get going. Traveler, Paimon, I'm not sure where our paths will cross next, but the next time we run into each other, we should definitely try and find some time to spar.
Well, you should first get better and then we'll talk about sparring.
Again, maybe this is a conversation we can have when you look less like you're gonna kill over.
All right. Well, thanks for everything, Arlecchino.
No thanks necessary. You also played a part in obtaining the Gnosis. I would say we can call ourselves even.
I like the sound of that. Well, I'm off. See you all some other time.
We should probably get going too. Do you want to head back with us?
Oh? You want me to leave so soon?
She caught on it. Oh my god. Of course, like why am I even surprised? But the urgency in Paimon's tone when she told Arlecchino, no, not leave, she immediately understood something was up.
Oh, well, you see,
I even think Arlecchino is kind of amusing herself watching Paimon squirm like this. It is really amusing for me too.
I'm rather enjoying the evening breeze. If you don't mind, I think I'll stick around for a bit. I have some things to think about. Apologies for not attending to you like a proper host. Please forgive this slight. I do hope you'll have a pleasant stay.
we managed to keep her distracted until nightfall. Good thing Childe was there to keep the conversation going. You don't think she suspected anything, do you?
She did.
Oh, I wonder if Lyney ran into any issues. Let's hurry back and see how everything went.
Oh? You decided to stay a little longer? Let's take in the ocean view together, then.
Oh, that would be lovely. I really like to look at the sea as well. But I have to get back. Wish I could stay. Alright, now let's see what the other children are up to. That was a really nice touch to see Childe, by the way. Kinda heartbroken to see him in a rough state. But I'm actually grateful that he's in one piece and alive. Remember all sorts of gossip went around? You know, Childe is gonna die in Fontaine, our conquest. I'm really happy that he didn't.
Hey, how did everything go?
Well, long story short, we ran into a small issue. Clairy can't go into the sunlight.
What do you mean? She's cursed?
Everything was fine at first. She followed me up to the surface just like I told her.
So she can't go to the sun? That's why she wants to see the sun. Maybe it's because she's a
As I led her out of the
spirit?
shadows and into the sunlight, she vanished. I turned around and there she was, standing at the edge of the shadows, silently watching me.
Huh. Maybe she's afraid of sunlight, or... No, it wouldn't be her wish if that were the case. Well, we could always try pushing her into it.
Paimon. Not sure pushing works on a non-corporeal being.
Oh, true.
I've pretty much tried it all already. Nothing worked. Eventually, the sun went down, so all I could do was bring her back here. How did it go with you, Lynette?
Good. I've got the list. It's right here.
Really? Well, what are we waiting for? Let's take a look!
Alright, will we learn now? Let me see the
Oh,
list.
that's a lot of pages. Oh, it's gonna take forever to get through it all.
We can each take a section. Here.
I like this cooperation.
Landois, Chambel, Aurore.
Oh, should I remember their faces? I'm good at remembering the faces, but the names not so much.
Oh, yikes. That Aurore guy has a huge scar on his face. He's kinda giving Paimon the creeps.
Ah, I've met him before. The scar is from an injury he received during a mission. I still remember him joking with me about it. He said any future lover would take one look at him and then lose all interest.
Aww.
Did he say anything else?
Well, I asked if there was someone he was interested in. He said no, and that's where our conversation ended. It was only later that I learned he really did have someone he liked. He risked everything to escape so he could be with her, but it didn't work. One day, Father asked to see him, and, well, I never saw him again after that.
Oh my god. This really seems like Arlecchino is sus, but I think she let him go after that conversation.
Wait, so that means the knave,
It may seem cruel, but it's just one of the rules of the house. Betrayal is not to be taken lightly. We know too many secrets to come and go as we please. So if you do try to leave, you pay with your life.
Oh my god. A solemn atmosphere descends over the
Name's
group.
not here, huh? Well, that's not too surprising. It doesn't seem like this list is complete. It only contains records dating back around 5 years.
Oh, you need to go way back than 5
Let's
years.
shift our attention then. Freminet, were you able to find anything out?
He sure is thinking hard on something.
Freminet.
Sorry. I was thinking about something. I managed to talk to quite a few people, but I couldn't help but notice that the atmosphere in the house was a little... strange.
What do you mean by strange?
Strange.
Yeah, I mean, I know there have been arguments in the past, times when people haven't gotten along. Chaplot and Filial are a good example of that.
Oh, those are two of the people that we met while delivering supplies. Paimon can see how they might not get along. They had very different vibes, and their, interests seem to be pretty different as well.
And they were older than the kids.
That's to be expected, actually. Father brought us all here, shared her knowledge with us, taught us how to fight. That's one thing we all share. But that's also where the similarities end. Not all of us feel the same desire to stay here. As members of the House of the Hearth, we're also considered part of the Fatui. And to a lot of people, that's an identity they never asked for. Certain members get older and realize they want something else for themselves. But considering the rules of the house, most people would never say that out loud. People like Chaplot and Foltz are loyal to Father and her vision. They're proud to be part of the Fatui. Filial and Nantoy, on the other hand, well, they aren't quite as enthusiastic.
These kinds of conflicts have always been there. It's not like Father is in the dark about any of this.
Well, that's true. But it just feels like things have gotten worse lately. Filial and the others, it seemed like they were meeting in secret to talk about something. I can't say for sure, but I think they've met Clairvy.
What if they are using Clairvy as like a plan to run away?
You think she's been inciting them to act out?
No. Would she?
No, not exactly. But I wouldn't be surprised if she said something to them about the darkness in the house and how deep it runs.
Yeah, definitely she did that.
She's told me about it before. Experiments being run on children. People being used as pawns on the battlefield without so much as the strength to survive.
That's the previous knave.
And they just believed all that? Without any evidence?
Clairvy's words probably gave them the excuse they were looking for. Whether they actually believe them to be true is secondary.
This is all because of Project Stoua, isn't it?
What is this Project Stoua?
Whoa. Hold on a second. What's this Project Stoua all about, huh? This is the second time it's come up now.
Sorry, but I'm not sure of the details either. I only know what Father has told us, which is that it's something the Rooster and Regrator have been working on together. Apparently, it has to do with the Fatui's strategic plan for the future. Because the House of the Hearth was so successful in obtaining the Gnosis, we now have the honor of playing a key role in Project Stoua.
The knave, the Regrator, and the Rooster, those three are working on this.
Wait, but isn't that a good thing?
Key role is just another way of saying dangerous role. To us, the whole thing is an inconvenience. Father thinks so too, but she's in no position to refuse. Their plan isn't exactly unreasonable, and they've been funneling the house a lot of funding.
Of course, I mean, the Regrator has all of the funds.
It's just that we'll lose a lot of members in the process. Participating in the plan, it's an honor in name only. What they're really trying to do is subdue us. The existence of an intelligence organization outside their control makes them feel uneasy.
Because they cannot control it. The previous knave was more collaborative with the other harbingers, but as far as I can see, the knave is more like a lone wolf. She likes to keep her cards like close to her chest. Like she doesn't cooperate with Dottore. She doesn't really say much about her plans, what she's up to in the House of the Heart. So yeah, definitely I can see what they are coming from. Looks like the Fatu are plotting something big, but given how little Lyney and the others know about it, I probably won't be able to learn much. I should keep a sharp eye out during any future dealings with the Fatui to see what I can learn.
Okay, super complicated top secret Fatui business aside, what does all of this have to do with the conflicts you were talking about earlier? Paimon doesn't get the connection.
External pressure has a way of exacerbating internal strife. You can't overlook the power of fear either. People are afraid of dying. And
naturally,
that fear is often the impetus for a lot of stupid decisions. I thought resolving the Clairvy situation would make everything go back to normal. But it looks like things are more complicated than I thought. If we leave Filial and the others to their own devices, sooner or later, Father will be forced to take action.
We can only focus on one situation at a time, brother.
You're right. Even if we confront Filial and the others, it won't do any good. It might even make matters worse. We should focus on Clairvy for now. Well, it's getting late. We should head back and get some rest. We'll try again first thing tomorrow. Lynette, you stick with me this time. Freminet, keep a close eye on Filial and the others. Make sure they don't do anything they'll regret.
Freminet looks like he's about to say, yes, father. But instead, yes, brother. Look. His determined and serious face is cute. That's me when Pulcinella is out. You know what? After all these talk, if you don't pull for Pulcinella, we're gonna have a word. You know, I will literally keep all of these conversation and then I will send the screenshots to you if you don't pull for Pulcinella.
Good work today, everyone. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.
Alright, how will they sleep? With all these stress. Alright, let's rest. Your mind races with all sorts of thoughts. I couldn't even read.
I'm always looking forward to an early night, but
Oh
she
my
can't
gosh.
sleep at all.
Paimon's yawning always scratches my ears. Like literally, it makes my skin crawl. Like I don't like the sound of it. Even though she's
You
cute.
don't think the knave will be too angry with Lyney and everyone if she finds out about all this, do you?
Well, judging from the live stream, she's going to be pretty angry.
She's even scary when she smiles. If she were to actually get angry... You have to protect Paimon if that happens, okay, Traveler?
I'm also afraid of her. You can just hide behind me. I mean, I think Traveler is also afraid of the knave.
Oh, well, in that case, we should just plan on running away. We'll grab Lyney and the others and we can make a break for it as fast as we can.
Well, good luck with that. Did you say... I just saw Clairy, by the way.
Look over there!
Let's follow her.
Quick, let's catch up with her before anyone sees.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Oh my god. I'm gonna get you. Clairy. What is she up to?
Over there!
Now? She's trying to go out? Is that it? She usually would...
Oh, where is she going? Oh, if someone sees her, we're toast.
Oh god. Just trying to get out? Oh my god, I'm not gonna make it. That's funny, actually. What I'm about to do is even funnier. I've been getting every Harbinger and Capitano and Colombino is next for my list. Then I'm gonna spend so much money for Pulcinella and gonna let Jade pull him for me so she wouldn't blame me for not getting him. Oh my god, I would gladly pull for Pulcinella for you. But I was joking, you know, if you end up not getting him, I would just make fun of you. I wouldn't actually blame you, you know that.
Oh, look! She stopped!
Clairy, what are you up to? Thank you. I actually got her C too.
Clairy?
I was very lucky. Okay, Clairy, what are you up to?
I opened the window while no one was looking.
And then?
Look how pretty the outside is.
Window? There's nothing. There's no window.
If only I could have more than this. You probably think I'm being silly, huh? All this hopeless resisting? It's better to dream of what I could have than try to make it a reality, right?
Please, help us get on the same page here, Clary. We need you to tell us what you know. Can you do that?
Sure. Although, after you hear all this, I think you might regret that decision.
No. I really want to hear all this. What are you on about?
Everyone in this family is nothing more than a tool. Something to be used and exploited. We're all expendable. Including me. As long as you're useful, you get to stick around. Lose your value, and you're handed over to the doctor, experimented on, and given a fate worse than death. I've seen it happen again and again, and I've had enough.
You're saying the knave did all that?
The previous knave.
It's just, that doesn't seem like something she would do. She's scary and all, but it seems like even she has lines she wouldn't cross.
I knew you wouldn't believe me.
I mean, of course he doesn't know the current situation. So she's telling us her truth, but we cannot put our finger on it because that's not the knave we know. And poor Clairy, yeah. She must have seen a lot of horrible things.
Everyone thinks she's a good person. They all think of her like a real mother.
That's where everything will get clear because Arlecchino doesn't call herself the mother. Wake up, traveler.
Mother?
But she doesn't deserve that title. She's disgraced it and tarnished it. And if I had things my way, I'd never see her again.
Oh my god. Will they think that Arlecchino doesn't use the title mother because of this? I really hope they don't assume that.
If only Perry were here, she'd understand.
Perry. There's that name again.
Perry is already there. She is the new knave now.
Also, Paimon's getting a strange feeling. It almost feels like she's not really here with us. Paimon can't tell if she's actually talking to us or if she's mistaken us for someone else.
She's a spirit. It could be anything.
Well, in any case, it seems like she really needs someone to talk to. We should keep her company for a little longer. She looks so young. But it seems like she's been through a lot.
It's getting windy. I should close the window. Ooh, look at the moon. Isn't it pretty? Hey, wanna hear a secret? I heard that if you look up at the night sky in Snezhnaya, you can see the aurora. It's supposed to be super pretty. Even prettier than the moon tonight.
Oh my god, that brings me back. They were talking about seeing the aurora together when they grew up. I mean, Perry and Clairy. But I would love to see it.
Perry and I promised each other that once we're older, we're gonna go see it together. But I can't find her. I'm worried she's also been... No, that wouldn't happen to her. She's special. Mother likes her a lot. I should really go talk to Mother, but we just fought. She doesn't want to see me, and I'm too scared to face her. What should I do?
Well, we can't really say anything in this situation. We don't even know who the mother is. Oh,
Paimon really doesn't understand what's going on with her.
that's the weight of her past. Some wounds just never heal, no matter how much time passes.
Well, let's head back. We've got an early morning tomorrow.
Right, the night passes.
All right, looks like we're all here. Let's go ahead with the plan.
Before we do that,
Oh? What is it?
have the knave and the doctor ever worked together? Okay, so that's where everything is gonna resolve itself, because she never did.
What makes you ask that?
Well, we kinda ran into Clairvy last night, and that's what she told us. We met the doctor back in Sumeru. He's super dangerous, and he's done all sorts of bad things.
It's possible that Father and the Doctor have had certain dealings, but I don't think Father would work with him. We're not really on the same side, so there's not a lot of trust between them. That doesn't exactly set the stage for a successful partnership. I did hear, though, that when Father first became a Harbinger, the Doctor offered to work with the House of the Hearth.
And then she said no.
Father rejected most of his proposals, except for one. It had to do with some sort of secret experiment.
Secret experiment? Could that be what Clairvy was talking about?
Oh my god, what did she do? I thought she never did. She never did work with Dottore.
I don't think so.
I don't know any details about the experiment itself, but I do know it's an entirely independent operation. The Doctor only proposed a direction for the research. That was the extent of his involvement. I still don't think that counts as working together. The details of the experiment are confidential, but complete records are kept on all participants. That doesn't seem to be the case with the situation Clairy referred to. I know you don't agree with some of the Fatui's methods, and I'm not asking you to. But I am asking you to trust us on this. The House of the Hearth has its own principles. There are certain lines we're not willing to cross.
Alright, that's good to hear at least. Clairy seems to think the knave and the doctor worked together to do something horrible. If that turned out to be true, Paimon doesn't know how he would even face you guys. It's just that it doesn't seem like Clairy is lying either.
When is someone gonna come up with this brilliant idea that maybe the knave that Clairy is talking about is not the current knave?
The easiest thing to do would be just ask the knave directly, but Paimon doesn't think she'd tell us.
Let's focus on the plan for now.
Father didn't come back last night. She's probably still near the shore. We'll be counting on you to distract her.
Oh my god, why did she spend the night on the shore?
Lynette, you're with me. Freminet, you know what to do. Be on your guard, everyone. All right, let's get to it.
Go to the seaside to look for the knave.
Where are we going today?
Let's try somewhere further away this time.
Alright. Let's see if we can, get any more information from her. Hopefully, yes. This time. She's a really tough nut to crack, but I'm really happy to see her act this way. It would be so, out of character for her to be all welcoming and friendly to the traveler. There she is, with her grace.
Ah, it's you two again. I must say, you look a bit pale. Did you have trouble sleeping last night?
A little.
Perhaps if you had less on your mind, you'd be able to absolve yourself of such troubles. So what are you planning to do now? Catch up on some sleep? Or should I give you some time to rack your brain for a topic to discuss before I ask any questions?
What she's gonna ask?
Although I must profess to being curious. Without Childe here, how do you plan on distracting me?
I knew it. Of course you caught on to that.
Us? Distract you?
Paimon.
We were just here for a chat.
Looks like you could have used some extra time to think. No matter. If you don't have any other plans, why don't you accompany me somewhere?
Of course.
Don't worry. I'll be sure to steer clear of any scheming children.
Oh my gosh, she already knows what's up.
The ocean breeze is sure nice today.
So you know everything then?
Children always think they can hide things from the grown-ups. But nothing gets past me. Least of all a little scheming. I think I'll let them have at it for a little longer. I can be very patient.
I like her approach.
Well, I'll leave you to think things over. If you're so inclined, meet me outside the Palais Mermonia. Good things come to children who do as they're told. So I do hope you decide to tag along. If only for your friends' sakes.
Oh my god. That was... yeah. Threat well received.
What should we do?
Of course we're gonna go, Paimon.
She clearly knows about everything we've been doing, and Paimon doesn't think it'd be a stretch to say she was threatening us just now.
We should release the pigeon that Lyney gave us. Go, birdie.
Oh, good idea. Hopefully he sees it in time. Well, we should probably head to the Palais Mermonia. Paimon doesn't want to find out what happens if we don't show up. Based on what the knave was saying just now, it sure didn't seem like it'd be anything good.
We really don't have any other options. Guess all we can do is take it one step at a time.
Okay, then we probably shouldn't keep her waiting. It seems like Lyney and the others are on thin ice, so let's do our best to not get them in any more trouble.
Alright, let's go. Oops. I wonder what she's gonna show us. And why here?
Seeing as we still have some time before my meeting, we might as well enjoy some pleasant conversation while we wait. I'm glad to see you get along with my children. Being surrounded by good companions is necessary for a child's development.
You're not planning on doing anything to them, are you?
I assume you're referring to Lyney, Lynette, and Freminet.
Yeah.
Although, there's that situation with Filial and Nentoy as well. It appears quite a few people have been acting out lately.
She's aware of everything. I love this.
No matter. I'm not one to discriminate. All those who betray the house meet the same fate. There are no exceptions.
Does that mean you're going to kill them?
Oh my god.
Oh, are you here to beg for their lives? I'm sorry to disappoint, but the rules of the house change for no one. In my organization, everyone is responsible for their own actions.
Strict father is talking.
But don't you care about them at all? They really respect you. They even call you father. You must feel something for them.
Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. You could say our principles are more stringent than most. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them.
There's really no other way to solve this issue.
I would imagine Lyney, Lynette, and Freminet will be able to keep their lives.
Oh, okay, that's a relief.
As for Filial, Nentoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's awful.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration for my guests, I suppose I could turn a blind eye for a little longer. If Lyney and the others manage to dispose of Clairy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly punish them for something I couldn't prove.
She's also aware of Clairy. Well, of course, why am I surprised even? But I'm surprised because she hasn't, disposed of her for so long. And she said she was looking for the Phantom Child, but she knew all along. So, what's the deal here? She just wanted to see what they would do?
If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe.
Alright, it's a deal.
Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. Do try and keep better track of it next time.
She even caught the bird. So Lyney doesn't know anything. Oh my god.
It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it. Permanently.
Alright. Threat well received. And thanks for the hydrate. You guys also don't forget to hydrate yourselves. She's so perceptive and clever. I love her.
Wait, where did you get that?
This is the first time I'm seeing that bird.
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, for the matter at hand. I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be time later to run off and tell Lyney what you've learned. Well, time to go. Looks like we wrapped things up just in time.
Why didn't she confront with Clairy then? She must have her reasons. I mean, I assume she just wanted to see what the children would do. Yeah. In one of her voice lines, she says, I'll leave children to do as they please. Maybe that's... Wait. Maybe this is a part of it. Oh my god, are we gonna meet Nivelette? Yay! Oh! Okay, I wasn't expecting this. This is amazing. Hello! Oh, I'm so happy.
It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Hi, Nuvi.
I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with an efficiency worthy of admiration.
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect.
We have seen 2 Hydro male in this quest, so where is Ayato? Exactly the question I've been thinking about. We have seen all of the tall Hydro males except Ayato. I think in this meeting of diplomats, Ayato should have been here.
Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again after presenting you with the Gnosis. I see you've brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved before I go. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal. Please review it at your leisure, Monsieur Neuvillette.
What is that? What is the situation? Why am I whispering? Oh god, his eyes. They are so mesmerizing. Like every time I keep being amazed. Oh god, her nails though. Her design is peak. His design is peak.
However,
I guess I'm a little
at the risk of causing
starstruck.
offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
If you could be a bit open about the situation, I would really appreciate it.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette, so allow me to use water as an analogy. A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing in and out. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows from the source will eventually reach the ocean. Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the ground and leaving nothing but a barren riverbed behind.
He looks so cute here. Look at the cheeks. They're even a little chubby. Like I want to squish. Oh god.
Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different destination, like a field in need of irrigation. Or perhaps the glass of a certain water-tasting enthusiast.
I really like this analogy. It's very clever.
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Kind of.
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass filled with tainted water.
Oof.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all impurities and returned to its cleanest form.
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on that?
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine.
What is the proposal?
And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions within Fontaine.
Well, that's a very handsome offer, but the thing she gets in return should be something big as well.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe assassination will cease to cross my desk?
I like his connotation.
Tartuffe? Ah, that thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family, but without any evidence, I cannot imagine how the House of the Hearth might have been involved in his passing. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I'm sure certain measures could be taken to reduce the frequency of such troubles.
I'm really admiring her negotiation skills. Like, my respect for the knave just increases over time with each line she speaks.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity, Monsieur Neuvillette. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy. I do hope I get the chance to hear your impressions. Perhaps at our next meeting, yes?
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
In this scene, really, Paimon and the Traveler feels like children from House of the Hearth who are just following around Arlecchino. She also addresses us as such, like, all right, time to go. Oh, can I talk with Neuvillette? Oh, I thought he was gone.
I believe I've told you before that my emotions easily resonate with those of others. Yet in the few meetings I've had with that Harbinger, I haven't been able to sense any aspect of her emotional state. Her mind is like a still body of water. Who knows what darkness lies in its depths, and the lack of ripples on the surface gives nothing away. It's unclear whether this is her natural state of being, or whether it's an incredible strength of will that gives her the ability to master her emotions. Either scenario, however, suggests she is a very dangerous individual.
Yeah, indeed.
I do not expect an explanation as to why you two are by her side. Whatever your reasoning, I would only advise you to take caution.
Of course, but we are merely her children, guests, right now. But thank you for the thought, Neuvillette. I love him so much. Alright, let's leave. I'm really happy that we met Nuvi during this mission. Is this the exit door? I'm kinda lost. Okay.
So, what exactly were you talking about back there?
Tell us about the... What was the name of it? Offer. Proposal. I forgot it. Anyways.
Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of water, and then some kind of irrigation scheme.
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing concerns at the moment.
Well, I kind of want to know. I'm curious.
Lyney, Paimon really hopes everything's going okay. Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
What are we thinking about? The knave may seem relaxed, but she didn't seem to be joking earlier when she said those who betray the organization must pay with their lives. I think she's serious about punishing those kids. Well, I believe that too. How should we stop her? No, there's something else we should figure out first. While we were talking in front of the Palais Mormonia, she mentioned Clairvy's name. Does that mean she knew where Clairvy was this entire time? Maybe she even anticipated how Lyney and the others were going to act. Oh, that must have hurt.
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was going.
Is this the guy from the documents that had a scar on his face? No, I think that's not the same guy.
Well, let me make it up to you at least. Here, take this paper. On the house.
He looks kind of familiar for some reason.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
I knew it.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. All the extras will be useless come tomorrow anyway. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew.
I haven't had many takers today, so I'm still swimming in papers.
Oops.
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your friend here on accident. I should probably get going, actually, so...
He's shaking.
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with Mora, it's just... I don't have any on me at the moment.
I'll take 3 papers. Here, your payment.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless you with good fortune. If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a smaller inventory though, right? I'm getting married soon, so sometimes it's hard to not get ahead of myself. Anyway, I should head out. Goodbye!
I think that's the guy. That's the same guy.
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
Looks like Paimon is trying to buy us more time. If we head back now, I doubt Lyney and the others will have made any progress. What should we do?
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. I'm sorry to ruin your fantasy, but your efforts are meaningless.
This is so fun.
That being said, I could be persuaded to give Lyney some extra time. I just have one condition. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions.
Really?
You're quite curious about Clairy, are you not? And my relationship to her.
I mean, I already know, but I would like to hear it once more.
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden? You're not gonna ask us to do something bad, are you?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
I mean, she is right. The traveler doesn't have what it takes.
Then what do you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats only get you so far.
Your condition. Let's hear it.
Wonderful. Here it is.
Oh my god.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
Okay.
Okay, sounds normal enough. But what do you mean, when the time comes? When is that supposed to be?
I think we'll know.
That is for you to decide.
We accept your condition.
Then we have a deal. Follow me.
This is getting very interesting. Do you think you can get me C6R5 Pulcinella? No, C6R1 Pulcinella. Yeah, by the way, yeah, it's really too early to talk about it. I agree. But if Pulcinella is playable, I'd gladly pull for him for you. It would be nice. But before that, I really want to get Pantalone as a playable character. It would be great. I would put him on a team with Arlecchino. Oh god, I am always out of stamina with her because I keep flying. Pantalone is already playable, Jade. Yeah, he's a certain healer, right? He's just in disguise. I totally believe that Pantalone and Baiju are somehow related. They look way too alike. That can't be a coincidence. Oh god, we are here. Okay, she's gonna tell us about all of the things that happened here. And I'm so ready for this.
What is this place?
Somewhere long forgotten by everyone. It used to be a grand building. Now it's nothing more than a pile of rubble. No one comes here anymore, nor does anyone care about what once happened here. Although, this place does have something to do with the story I'm about to tell you. It was before I became a harbinger, and before Lyney and the others joined the House of the Hearth. Due to certain events, I first killed Clairy and then her mother. And this is where it all happened.
You were the one that killed Clairy?
Why?
Patience now. Allow me to explain Clairy's side of the story first. I'll start from the beginning.
Alright, here we go.
Clairy was 6 years old when she was brought by her mother, Crusina, to live in the House of the Hearth. From the outside, it seemed like a fairy tale. A thriving family made up of kind adults and friendly children.
Clairy was her biological daughter? Wow. Wow.
Crusina was the knave at that time, and the House of the Hearth was under her control. She was Clairy's mother by blood, but she was also the mother to all the children in the house. Clairy was happy here, for a time. But she quickly realized that being part of this family wasn't a fairy tale at all. It was a kind of purgatory.
Oh, poor Clairy, she went through hell.
Purgatory?
Exactly. The House of the Hearth takes in war orphans from all over Teyvat. But as for how to raise them, that depends entirely on the person in charge.
So the mother, the knave, at that time she appeared as kind, nurturing, caring, but she was actually horrible and cruel. She gave some kids to the authority to make them test subjects, and Clairy came to realize this sooner or later, and it really affected her, I think, because this was her real mother doing all those things.
Crusina came up with a novel idea. She would teach the children to fight, force them to duel each other, and then crown as the king of the house the child who proved themselves most worthy of inheriting her title.
That's just twisted. Crusina have that hairstyle of a Death Flag character. Oh my god. Yeah, she kind of reminds me of a certain someone, like Signora. You're right.
It's difficult to estimate the number of children who died or were maimed in the process. There's little I can say about the ones who died. The ones that emerged with permanent injuries, on the other hand, well, they still served a purpose.
Being test subjects?
They would be handed over to the doctor to be experimented on, or sent away on dangerous missions. Nothing more than tools to be used and then discarded.
Just like Clairy told us.
So those were the experiments Clairy was talking about. But what actually happened to her?
She got kicked through the roof.
You said that Clairy was Crusina's daughter, so if Clairy tried to convince her to stop what she was doing, Crusina probably would have listened, right?
Oh, Paimon.
Despite being Clairy's mother, Crusina cared little for her daughter. She forced Clairy to join the House of the Hearth only as a means to demonstrate her own impartiality as a mother, to prove that she treated all her children equally. Clairy did try to convince her mother to change her ways, but it was to no avail. After her efforts failed, the only other option was to rise up and try to fight back. Unfortunately, the other children had already been thoroughly indoctrinated into the illusion of happiness Crusina had created. Of course, there was one exception. Someone Clairy's age who knew the truth about the House of the Hearth. Her name was Peruere.
Peruere? So, Perry, yes. Oh my god, I didn't realize Signora have that hairstyle too. Lisa also has that hairstyle. I mean, we know that she has little lifetime left, but, you know, realizing this surely had its effect on me. Oh my god. Sorry, Lisa. I mean, Lisa has a curse, yeah. So, Peruer, that means you. That means Perry.
Wait, the friend that Clairy mentioned?
Friend, huh? I suppose we can call her that for now. Clairvy was a cheerful and passionate person with a tenacious spirit. Peruer, on the other hand, was rather cold-blooded.
Mini Arlecchino, it's so cute. She's so cute, really.
Her cold-blooded nature allowed her to see through Crusina's facade. Yet, it was also this cold-bloodedness that prevented her from acting against it. At least at first. While Clairvy longed for freedom, Peruer was convinced that, amid all the fighting and violence, she would make it until the end.
She was confident.
Despite their differences, the two became fast friends, united by their knowledge of the truth. Clairvy told Peruer that she hoped to create a real family, where no one would be killed or sacrificed. There may have been a certain naivete to her ideas, but Clairvy proved her determination many times over. She tried countless times to run away, ask for help, or expose the truth. But her efforts only earned her beating after beating. The only thing that kept her going was her strength of will.
Wow. Poor Clairvy, I'm really sorry for her.
Even with her body racked with pain, she would still stand on her tiptoes and open the window at night. She and Peruer would look out at the moon together, a fierce longing for freedom shining in her eyes. But one day that light simply vanished.
I just remembered the scene where Clairvy had all of these wounds on her knees, on her cheek, and when she opened the window, they look at the moon with Perry. I thought it was because of, dueling with the other children, not because of the beatings she got. Now I feel even more horrible.
Oh no. What happened?
Her hopelessness resulted from a culmination of things. 10 years had passed. 10 years worth of failure after failure. She and Peruer weren't children anymore, but finding any chance to escape still seemed as hopeless as ever. It was during this time that Peruer suggested a new plan. If escaping was out of the question, why not take down the very person sitting on top of this throne of lies? Mother herself. Clairvy rejected that proposal. She claimed that, as a famous harbinger, Crusina possessed an unimaginable amount of power. Trying to kill her would have an incredibly low chance of success. Clairvy never gave another reason, but Peruer could see it written all over her face. Clairvy still thought of Crusina as her mother. Killing her own flesh and blood was a line she couldn't bring herself to cross.
Wow. After everything Crusina done to her, she still couldn't bring herself to kill her. Wow. I would be like Arlecchino in this scenario, I guess.
If she couldn't escape and fight back, then only one option remained.
Which is death.
Precisely. Death was the only way that she felt she could be free. It happened during a duel. When she arrived at the dueling ring that day, her partner turned out to be none other than Peruer. The very person that had stood by her side all those years. It was a fierce battle. But ultimately, Clairvy decided to let Peruer end her life.
At least she wanted to go by the hand of her friend. Oh, look. I wonder if she's going to talk about the curse, because as in the trailer, her hands are not fully black here. Only the tips of her fingers.
From that moment on, Peruer's journey was one written in flames. When the rain finally came and washed it all away, there she stood, the sole victor in Mother's endless game of slaughter. A trail of corpses strewn across her path to success. It was the very result she had predicted 10 years prior. Even then, she believed she would make it until the end. She wasn't surprised by the fact that she emerged as Mother's undisputed heir. Rather, her success left her with an inexplicable sense of restlessness. She was unsettled. And there was only one thing that could quell that sensation. Perhaps you two would like to take a guess as to what it was?
Killing the person at the very top.
Crusina, you mean? But...
Correct. This is the place where Peruere killed her best friend. A mere year later, this is also the place where she fought tooth and nail to kill the mother they shared. The moment she acted, any conception of what was right or wrong ceased to matter. It's one of the principles of the house. Only those who survive get to write the rules. Peruere won the battle, and became a harbinger herself. After which Her Majesty, the Tsaritsa, bestowed upon her a new name. Arlecchino.
Boom. Finally, the traveler knows.
So the Perry Clairvy was talking about... It was you all along.
Good
You're
morning.
Peruere. Arlecchino is just a name you got later.
This was your story just as much as Clairvy's.
I left that name behind long ago.
Oh, that
I
gave
must
me the
say,
chills.
Hearing it now does bring back memories. After I defeated Crusina, the moniker of Mother died with her. I chose to forego the title she called herself and even chose to give up my own name. I rebuilt the House of the Hearth under a new identity. Not only as Arlecchino, but as father. And that is where the story ends. Any more questions?
The Clairvy we met. Who is she exactly?
Yeah. Based on what you just told us, Clairvy wasn't a little kid when she was killed. So the Clairvy we met... Was she really a spirit at all?
I suppose you could call her an illusion born of flame. Her existence is like ashes to a fire. Something left over in the wake of blaze and ruin. You see, a certain power runs through my veins. It's not unlike a curse. My flames leave behind shadows of anything they consume.
Oh, so it's part of her curse.
Of course. The chances of those shadows morphing into a sentient entity are exceedingly slim. Clairvy is a very special case. Clairvy died when she was 16 years old. But what emerged from the flames was her 6-year-old self. Her appearance wasn't the only thing affected. Most of her memories were lost to the blaze as well. Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self. Lose 10 years' worth, however, and it would be like living in the past. Like returning to a version of yourself that never grew up.
No wonder Paimon got such a weird feeling when we were talking to her.
Perhaps I should put it this way. Clairvy is someone trapped in time. It may seem like she exists with us in the present, but she truly lives in the confines of her own past.
So if all of that is true, then you must have known about Clairvy for a long time.
Indeed. She's a rather volatile and unstable entity. Sometimes she would look after the children. She's even saved some of their lives.
So she was harmless at the core. By the way, I'm literally taking quick, quiet and deep breaths because this is getting way too heavy. I'm trying to keep myself composed.
But other times, she would hide from me and become obsessed with revealing the truth about the house to anyone who will listen. Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Maybe she tried to tell her?
Your attempts to expose Clairvy to sunlight. They failed, yes. The reason is actually quite simple. In Clairvy's mind, the house is impossible to escape. And it is this very perception that traps her there. But no matter. All I have to do is kill her again, and all will be resolved. I don't anticipate so much as a single speck of ash will be left behind this time.
Oh my god, that's way more cold blood than I anticipated.
Wait! Paimon can understand why you might want her gun, but isn't there another way? So what if she's trapped in her 6-year-old self? She's still your friend! At least talk to her first!
It's too late for that. She broke the rules, and now she must be punished. That goes for Filial and Nantoy as well. She's had quite the effect on them. I hope you understand. The difference between Crusina and myself lies in our formulation of the rules, not our policy for enforcing them. Upholding the rules without question is a trait we both share, because that is how a household should be run.
Is this really what you want to do?
Whatever could you mean?
Don't you want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Yes, Lumen, sweet talker.
Whether as a killer or as a father, there are two things that must be avoided at all costs: anger and sorrow.
Well, she's really wise. I couldn't say that I'm surprised. I'm way more surprised to hear Traveler talk.
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver. Well, it appears it's about time to proceed. Before we arrived, I told some of my well-behaved children to bring our troublemakers here by nightfall. I do believe I've kept my end of the deal. I gave your friends quite a bit more time. As for what happens now, we'll just have to wait and see.
I hope I will have time to change the party.
Here they are, Father.
Oh, you gonna execute him? Seeing something like that would actually be a first for me.
False, shut up, you twisted little guy.
Lyney!
Clairy.
I'm sorry. I heard about how you helped buy us more time, but I still failed. I couldn't find a way to fulfill her wish.
Huh?
Oh my god, is she going to recognize her?
Are you... Perry?
Now?
Indeed, it's been a while, Clairvy.
Perry!
Shh, stay right there. I'm sorry to postpone our reunion, but first I believe certain scores need settling.
That did something to me. Oh my god, even the
Father,
way she
let
walks
me explain.
is so intimidating.
Out of my way.
Father!
You chose to conceal a threat to the house, and for that, you must be punished. Overall, however, I suppose your wrongdoing is hardly the most egregious of the bunch, so I'll deal with your punishments later. As for right now, the more pressing concerns are the traitors among us.
By traitors? Do you mean us?
Father, let me explain. We didn't mean to...
Fultz, why don't you share what you heard?
Yes, Father. Secret Midnight Meeting number 3. Participants, Filial, Nantoy, Sato, Toddy.
Oh my god. The snitch. The snitching. And it's coming from Fultz.
Nantoy clearly said, if only Father wasn't the one who took us in. Sato added, I'm sick of this life. I just want to live as a normal person. Filial was the worst of them all. She called us crazies and said a bunch of mean things about Father.
I did not! You're lying! Fultz is trying to frame us.
It's not like I'm the only one who heard those things. After that, you and Toddy and a bunch of other people started talking about Clairvy. You were using all those things Clairvy brought up as an excuse to question Father. We're birds locked in a cage. The only way out is to destroy it. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Oh my god. Fultz is giving more than asked.
You little. You just want me gone, don't you? What did I ever do to you, huh? And you, Sheplo. Have you forgotten who stood by your sickbed, watched over you, and changed your dressings? Come on, let's hear it then. What's your reason for all this?
You're wrong, Filial. We don't want you to die. You're our family.
Liar. You wouldn't be doing this if that were the case. So why? Why have you backed us into a corner?
We all live in the House of the Hearth. You know the type of work we do, Filial. A single betrayal can cost dozens of us our lives. It's not like it's never happened before. That kind of thing is hard to forget. That's why the House of the Hearth cannot tolerate any form of betrayal. Ever since we came to Poisson, you've had 7 secret meetings. A lot of the things you talked about really crossed the line.
Wow.
You've been spying on us for half a month? Wait a second. Now that I think about it, the move to Poisson was just a way to make it easier to spy on us, wasn't it? Because we were all in one place. You've had this planned all along.
Filial, Nantoy, I'm sorry. I owe you both my life. I owe Clairy too. If it weren't for all your help after I got poisoned, I wouldn't be standing here today. If this were any other situation, I would do anything to repay that kindness, even if it cost me my life. But rules are rules. I'm sorry. My hands are tied.
I just like how Arlecchino just stands behind them, looking totally deadly gorgeous while they go off onto each other. Thanks for the hydrate, by the way.
Why? Why?
Girl, you messed up.
That's enough, Filial. We made a mistake, and we should own up to it. We broke the rules, plain and simple. And now we have to face the consequences. I'm sorry, Chaplot. Fultz. I'm sorry, Father. We accept our punishment.
Chaplot, according to the rules of the House of the Hearth, how should these traitors be punished?
All those who betray the house pay with their lives.
Oh my god. I don't know if I can watch this.
And so it shall be.
Wow.
Father, please wait!
Something you want to say, Lyney?
Please reconsider, Father. What Filial and the others did, does it really count as betrayal?
I mean, doesn't all teens kind of trash talk about their parents at some point?
We all come from broken families. From the very first day we joined the House of the Hearth, we wanted nothing more than to make it a real home. But the truth is, none of us know what a real home should look like.
The way his voice is shaking, it's getting me.
I'm not saying I have all the answers. All I know is this. Killing Filial and the others may uphold the rules, but doing so will only bring us further away from being a real family than we've ever been. So please, Father, please reconsider.
I agree with Lyney.
Father, please.
I'm gonna cry.
Lyney, you...
I also agree with Lyney.
An order once given cannot be rescinded. However, given the extent of your determination, I suppose we shall have to go about this a different way. Draw your weapons and face me.
Oh my god. He's like, prove to me that you are determined.
Our weapons?
You are willing to fight for this.
Father, are you referring to a duel?
Precisely. The rules of the house will not be altered. Traitors must be punished. However, resolving disputes with a duel is also one of our rules, one that also applies to me. Demonstrate a sufficient showing of strength, and I shall offer a concession.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Wait. Beat father in a duel?
But, you know, look at the bright side. She's one and you are multiple. I mean, me trying to be optimistic here.
Impossible. Father is way too strong, even for Lyney.
Wow.
Did you hear that, Traveler?
I'm literally holding my breath, Paimon.
Lyney and the others have to duel the knave. What should we do? Can they really win something like that? If they lose, those people from the house are really gonna be executed. Hey, are you listening?
Paimon, stop. Is executing them really what she wants? I don't think
you
so.
Want to say a proper goodbye at least?
Anger makes you impulsive. Sorrow causes you to waver.
Back then, she never actually answered my question. But that makes the answer pretty obvious, doesn't it?
Oh. Looking at that expression on her face, she seems really serious about this. Guess that means there's no chance she's throwing the duel on purpose, huh?
There's no way the knave will lose on purpose, although...
When guests are around, families are often on their best behavior. And any disputes are less likely to escalate.
When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation, and lend your help to the House of the Hearth.
This is the time. This is the time, Lumen.
Wrong, Traveler! Hey, where are you going?
Traveler?
I would like to see for myself what the Fort of the Fatu Harbingers can do.
You're asking to join the duel against the knave?
If that's okay.
I'll allow it. We do have a ready-made dueling ring at our disposal, after all. All I would advise is this. Keep a firm grasp on your weapon, and give it your all.
Oh my god, the ground is shaking.
And you may just lose your life.
Oh my god. I smell a cutscene. Oh my god, no, I want to change my characters. I want to change my characters. I want to change my characters. No, I can't. Why don't you give me an option to change my party before this? If I leave the domain, do you think I'd be okay? Lower difficulty? No. Yeah, you warned me during the cutscene. I couldn't change my party then. You have to redo the whole dialogue? Oh, I'm not doing that. Alright, I'll die. It's fine.
The wind knows me.
Closer now.
No.
Now's our chance.
No.
Rising flames. Power losing.
Come on, I need the stupid thing.
Now that's more like.
Here comes the catch. Father's even stronger than I expected.
Where's she?
Spare your energy. Running is of little use. Have a taste of turbid.
Time to go.
No.
I must remain calm.
Let's light it up!
This is not going well.
Is it
Clouds high. The birds?
Oh no! What am I gonna do?
Watch out
wait.
for Father's movements!
Oh wait, I can't eat. Oh no, I can't. Can I? Yes. No, she has. Okay, fine. Fine. We're gonna have to.
Trapped like a bunch of helpless
Oh my
ants.
gosh. Okay, I need it.
Adventure time!
I need the Bennyverse, just please.
Over here! Fly tangled in a web. Into the wind. Things are about to get dicey. With these rising flames.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god.
Spare your energy. Running is of little use. Huh? Busted.
I'm literally close.
Look out!
If I can just get Arlecchino's burst, it would be great. Oh my god. She's gonna become that beautiful, deadly angel. Beautiful. Oh my god. The power. Oh, we are so done. Everywhere. You can end me. I'm fine with it. Alright, let's go. Dude, that was just unfair.
That remains.
That was just unfair. Don't kill Vinny.
Go.
Oh my god.
Everlasting as the moon. Now's our chance. Over here.
Into the wind.
Everybody, stand! Sometimes only the beginning.
Watch out for Father's movements! Look out!
Made manifest.
Oh my god. Oof.
Off we go.
What? Did I do it? Alright, let's go. Ooh, that was close. But come on, are we kidding? Like, Traveler cannot match her strength. God. That's... Oh my god, that's amazing.
You should know better.
Go, Freminet.
One place.
Oh no, they're trapped.
Oh, I know.
No! I'm sorry, Father!
Did they get her? Of course not. Oh my god. Now both her hands are busy.
Pitiful excuse for an attack.
The outfit. She's everything. Oh my god. And she's precise with the attacks.
Father, no!
Lemon, I admire your courage.
You're stronger than I expected.
A crimson moon.
We are in her domain?
I can't move.
Oh my god, this is insane. This is so good.
Still, not strong enough to beat me.
Slay? Oh my god, the way my heart skipped a beat when she touched her shoulder. That was so classy. Wow. I love that cutscene. Look at the way she walks.
I believe we can end things here. It's not often that we get to enjoy the company of guests, after all. We wouldn't want things to get too out of hand.
I think that's what she meant when she told us it is ill-advised to look in my eyes. You wouldn't like what you see. That was the exact same thing she was talking about. Wow. You already ended us, Father. That's true. Definitely. I can imagine how terrified they are, by the way.
Brother, are you alright?
Lyney.
And hear me, her attacks were so precise. She took great caution not to hurt any of the children, like, seriously. I think she only wanted to intimidate them, which she successfully did.
Given that I am the victor of this duel, as agreed, the punishment stands.
No!
Oh my god.
I never thought things would end like this.
However, everyone involved in the duel demonstrated a remarkable level of strength and determination. In light of this, I'm prepared to change the method of execution. Elwar, the bottled flames I gave you for safekeeping. Do you still have them?
Yes? I wasn't sure what they were for, but I've kept them super safe. I didn't lose a single one.
Wonderful. Then, in just a moment, I'll have you administer them.
What does the flames do?
Bottled flames?
Indeed. They're the product of a secret experiment. Under certain special circumstances, flames can be extracted from my person and preserved.
Oh, that's the secret experiment she did with the doctor.
Once ingested, searing pain will spread across every inch of your body. No harm will come to you physically, but your memories will be burned away.
That's what she did with the scar-faced guy. She burned his memories away and then she released him. That's why he didn't remember her when she bought the newspaper.
If you can withstand the pain, when you awake, you'll have forgotten everything you know about the House of the Hearth, and will be expelled from the organization.
So she found a way to let the children who really wants to go.
In other words,
in her way.
Administering this concoction will kill the version of you that grew up in the house, and give you a new identity.
So that means the young man that I thought looked familiar, the one selling newspapers outside the Palais Mormonia, he must have been the same horror we saw on the list of executions. He wasn't killed at all.
Memory is a mysterious thing indeed. Losing a portion of your memories will alter your sense of self.
Yep. No, if my understanding of the knave is right, she really thinks of that as killing him. The horror that lived in the House of the Hearth is dead. The one that remains is simply a normal person living out his life with his beloved. Well, yeah, that version of him is dead, is gone, but not the physical body, but the identity. Even so, it is much better than actually ending their lives. I totally agree.
So, you're just letting us go, Father?
I mean, she's killing you, in a way, but still, you'll live.
You misunderstand. Memories are extremely important. Once consumed by flame, the version of you standing before me will die, and our secrets will die with you. So no, I don't intend to just let you go, because the person who survives will be nothing but a stranger.
Even so, I won't have to live in fear anymore. I'm sorry, Father. I'm sorry I let you down. But I really...
Don't cry, Filial. You haven't left the house yet, so there are still rules to be followed, yes? Remember what I taught you. Anger makes you impulsive, sorrow causes you to waver. Don't let yourself be controlled by your emotions.
Of course. I'll remember.
Well, you won't, but...
Dry your tears, and go pursue the life you really want.
Yes, Father.
Chaplot, Fultz, Elwar. Take them back to Poisson. And bring Lyney and the others as well. I prepared 3 extra vials of bottled flames. As for whether to take them, the choice is yours.
They wouldn't. I mean, Lyney, Lynette, and Freminet, they wouldn't. I really don't think so.
Goodbye, children. The next time we meet, I will no longer be your father.
Oh my god, that broke my heart. If you ask me, yeah, she seems cold and harsh, but she's actually compassionate because she underwent a special experiment just to give this opportunity to them, those who really want to leave the House of the Heart.
Thank you for all you've done for the house. I hope you have bright futures ahead of you.
I'm really gonna cry.
Father.
Let's go.
Here, grab my arm, Lyney. I'll help you walk back.
Thank you.
What's gonna happen to her?
Clairy.
Mm-hmm. So it's nighttime?
Can we talk now? I've been waiting for a super long time. You really are Perry, aren't you? I haven't seen you in so long. How come you're all grown up? Wait, did I somehow travel to the future on accident? Or am I dreaming? What a long dream.
That's way too innocent.
Neither. You died, Clairy. That's what happened.
You could have at least sugarcoated it a little. Look, she's done speechless.
If this really is Clairy's younger self, then I would say she's probably had enough lies.
Oh. Okay then.
Oh god.
Huh? That's it? You accepted it just like that?
Yep. If that's what Perry says happened, then I believe her. Perry wouldn't lie to me. Plus, I don't really need to know why I'm like this. I'm more curious about what happens in the future. If you're a harbinger now, Perry, that means Mother is gone, isn't she? Can you tell me about it? I want to know what happened to her. And to me.
You never stopped trying to defy fate. At first, no one believed you. You could only vent your frustrations to the moon. In fact, you often sought comfort in the night sky. You wanted to see the aurora, so one night we promised each other we would go to Snezhnaya to see it together. Later on, you tried to run away, but you were brought back each time. Mother spared your life, but it wasn't out of kindness. Instead, she decided to make an example of you by slowly torturing you over time. That way, the other children would know what happens to traitors. Still, you never gave up. Mother hoped that through ruthless duel after ruthless duel, she would be able to crown an ultimate victor among the children she raised. But you called on everyone to unite, to fight to a draw in order to reduce casualties. Your efforts may have only delayed the inevitable, but still. You gave them hope. You tried everything you could think of, but every attempt ended in failure. Still, you never turned your sword on Crusina, and you never turned it on me. On that gloomy day, you told me, "For the last 16 years of my life, I've done everything I can to fight for freedom. But now, I realize that the only freedom I truly possess is the freedom to choose to die."
I never imagined I would say something like that. I must have been feeling really worn down.
I mean, it's been 10 years.
But somehow, I still think I understand. According to Mother's plan, only one of us was going to make it until the end. And I always hoped that person would be you. If I could do it all over again, I still don't think I would make a different choice. Even when I first met you, I knew you'd be able to do what I couldn't.
Is that so? Even now, I'm not sure I truly understand what kind of freedom you were trying to pursue. But as the head of the House of the Hearth and as the children's father, I've tried to give them the most basic of freedoms. The freedom to choose their own fate. It's something I discussed with the Iudex of Fontaine. The children who want to leave the house will have their memories wiped clean of all secrets pertaining to the organization. In return, they will be allowed to live a normal life in Fontaine without being prosecuted for their past.
And that was her proposal to Neuvillette. Wow, she really thought of everything for them.
Of course, I won't simply hand freedom to them on a silver platter. They have to fight for it and prove themselves worthy of it. Only freedom that is earned has true value.
That's more than enough. That's exactly the kind of life I was fighting for. You know, Perry, I think you're a pretty amazing king, and a really great father, too.
I mean, look at her. Look at her high heel. Look at the way she sits. It just screams authority, strength, and, you know, the rest. Elegance, power, and you know.
I'm really happy that you're the one who took over the house. I guess I do have one regret, though. I still haven't seen the outside world.
Well, it just so happens that our dear guests over here have been to many nations and traveled to countless places. Perhaps they would be willing to tell you what the outside world is like.
Really? Of course! We've traveled all over the place. We've got so many stories, we could probably talk your ears off for 3 days straight!
Talk about the land of Anemo. I want to talk about Electro.
Those yokai you mentioned, what do they look like? I once saw a drawing of this one guy with horns on his head and a super scary face. Are there any yokai like that?
Oh, sounds like you're talking about an Oni. Yep, we've met one, and let Paimon tell you, they're not nearly as scary as they look.
Ito mentioned, my bro is the best. What are you talking about? Oh, we can talk about each one of them. All right. Then let's start from the very beginning.
You know, I used to dream of being a bard.
That's cute.
Playing the lute while singing into the winds of freedom. Even if there was no one there to listen, I would have continued to sing no matter what.
Oh, talk about the land of Hydro, nation of justice. I think we're gonna have to talk about it at the end, but still.
Ah, that's where Mora comes from. I never knew that before. If I had some Mora, I would buy 3 new dresses. One for me, one for Perry, and one for Mother.
Still, she considers her mother. Talking about buying her a dress. Like, how pure your heart is, Clairy.
It's just too bad Perry doesn't like wearing dresses. And Mother, she probably wouldn't accept something like that either. I guess I'd just have to keep them all for me then. I could wear a different one every day.
Talk about the land of Dendro.
I was always too afraid to skip Mother's fighting lessons. But at the academia, I bet you could do all sorts of secret things in class. Things that have nothing to do with studying. I'm just kidding. Being able to study whatever you want without having to fear for your life actually sounds pretty great.
The situation was super dangerous. Lyney and Lynette were accused of committing a crime, and they were going to have to stand trial at the Opera Epicles.
Oh no, that must have been hard for all of you. What happened next?
were able to turn the situation around super quickly. All thanks to Detective Paimon, of course.
Now this is back. Alright, I'm really happy to see this thing is back. I wish we could keep this as a permanent feature. That would make Paimon even more adorable. Detective Paimon, back. I mean, the mustache looks so stupid, but so funny on her.
How'd you do that? Come on, tell me.
Okay, so it was like this. After the failed magic show, we rushed to the scene and...
Clairy is listening really intently to Paimon's story about our time in Fontaine. She seems really happy, like all her troubles have been forgotten. Maybe this is the first time she's ever been able to truly relax, but I'm not sure how long this moment can last.
Shadows don't have the capacity to learn or grow. Any new information they encounter is quickly forgotten over time.
Probably a couple of minutes then. As time passes, she'll probably forget everything we had told her and go back to being that scared little girl who could only hide in the shadows. I was so busy thinking I almost didn't notice the sun has risen. Wait, she didn't realize the time has passed. Maybe she can stand in the sun now.
Clairvy, you've worked tirelessly from the shadows to overthrow the House of the Hearth. Now, by my authority as the Knave, I shall announce how this matter ends. You are hereby expelled from the House of the Hearth. You are no longer tied to this place, nor are you bound by its rules.
You're saying that I can finally leave? I get to experience the outside world as well? Oh, I almost forgot. There's no getting older for me. Still, seeing who you grew up to be makes me really happy, Parallel.
But that's the goodbye she deserves.
Goodbye.
May we meet again someday.
That was so sad, but happy at the same time. It's a really bittersweet feeling.
She left so soon. Paimon didn't even get to finish her story.
I also have certain sentiments left unsaid.
Oh my god. After all this time...
I wanted to tell her that the aurora I saw in Snezhnaya was just as beautiful as the ones in the pictures.
Paimon, you should have yapped less, okay? It was Arlecchino's turn to speak with her. Now this makes me so... This breaks my heart even more. She should have told her this.
But a shadow's memories reset at dawn. Had we delayed any longer, we wouldn't have had the time to say goodbye.
You know what? You should have told Paimon to shut up so you could say this to her.
Whatever regrets may linger, let them be lost to the coming of a new day.
Father?
They're back.
It's Lyney! Hey, Lyney!
Where are the others?
What's back here? Let's go check it out.
Father, the bottled flames have been administered. Filial and the others have left the house.
And you? What have you decided?
Thank you for giving us that choice, Father. But we never wanted to leave the house. It's the only home we've ever known. Lynette and Freminet feel the same way. They're recuperating back at the Hotel Bouffe d'été. But I decided to come back and tell you where we stood.
I'm sure you're well aware of the expectations I have for you. I want you to follow in my footsteps and become the next king of the house. Yet you seem to have different ideas. I must admit, I'm rather surprised by your decision to stay. There's nothing wrong with choosing to live a quiet life. Leading this organization is a heavy responsibility, one not so easily carried by someone forced onto the throne.
I just never understood what you saw in me. What made you believe I was deserving of that throne?
The next knave, Lyney, fourth of the Fatu Harbingers. But that would mean Arlecchino is gone, you know. I just hope it is not going to be in close time.
You're brave, talented, and, most importantly, you cherish your family. You would do anything to protect them, even if it costs you your life.
That's true.
Speaking up back there was so brave of you, Lyney. It's all thanks to you that we were able to convince Father to back down.
You're a hero, Lyney.
Hero? Father is the real hero. Had Father gone all out during the duel, there's no way I would have walked away with my life. She must have had it all planned from the beginning, from the very moment she suggested a duel.
Exactly. I told you, her attacks were so precise. She, deliberately didn't hurt them.
I'm not deserving of that title. I'm not strong enough or smart enough.
You're wrong. In my opinion, all you need to be deserving of the throne is conviction and the necessary strength to act on it. We may have different ideas of what it means to be a family, but you can hardly be said to lack conviction. What you truly lack is strength. For someone of your talent, though, that's something that will come with time. Even without that strength, you still chose to face me in a duel, even though the odds were stacked against you. That capacity to honor your convictions is what I truly see in you.
Wow. I would cry. I would cry if I were Lyney right now. But she's right.
Father.
No one knows what the future holds, what tragedy or triumph may be in store. Being at the head of this organization requires the strength of will to face whatever comes. Caution will only hold you back. If reaching a certain standard were required to go after what you want, I would never have succeeded in killing my predecessor. Back then, there was still a considerable gap between our abilities.
But she still managed to win that duel.
Strength may decide the ultimate victor, but those who let a lack of strength dictate their decisions or undermine their convictions will never be worthy of the throne.
I understand, Father. Thank you.
Children must grow up to surpass their parents. Only then can a family continue to flourish. The road ahead is not an easy one, so I'll ask you one last time. Are you certain you want to stay?
You've done so much for me, Father, and that kindness must be repaid. Plus, with Project Stoua at hand, there are many dangers ahead, and I, for one, don't intend to back down. Protecting my family at all costs. That's my conviction.
Then you're welcome to stay. As for Project Stoua, you need not be too concerned. If those cowardly businessmen and heartless dignitaries try to take us down, I'm prepared to teach them a lesson.
Go at them, Arlecchino. Teach that rooster a lesson. And the Regrator, if it's necessary.
Having members who longed for the light was our organization's last weakness. With those members no longer among our ranks, the House of the Hearth is like a spider hiding in the shadows. We need only wait for our prey to come to us.
Like that analogy.
At present, our imperative is to use their plan to our advantage. In doing so, a crimson moon shall rise amid the frigid blizzards of winter. No demonstration of loyalty shall go unrewarded, and no sacrifice shall be in vain. As for the two of you, whether we meet again as friend or foe, I'll remember the camaraderie we shared in this moment. No matter how arduous the journey ahead, I hope we both reach our desired destination.
Wait until 2 days later. Alright, well, first I need to go and heal. Alright. Time to wait 2 days. Wow, I think that this is one of the best story quests I've ever done. Really, I'm beyond impressed. Beyond impressed with Arlecchino. Like, my strength and my admiration for her just is up to the roof right now. What is funny about this? What is funny, really? I think it's just wholesome at some points. I mean, the Lynette scene was, yeah, really funny, but at the end, no. At the end, it's not really funny. I really fought my tears back at some point.
Didn't Lyney say that Lynette and Freminet were recovering at the hotel?
Oh my god, you are heartless. Wow. Really? I really can't agree with you. Yeah, Lynette was so cute when she first discovered how Lyney and Freminet were talking to each other. That scene was really cute and funny. And I really think the interactions between the siblings are really wholesome. Even the ones between Lyney and father at the end really brought me happy tears.
Lynette? Freminet? How are you feeling?
Much better.
Yeah, but we didn't get anything about her past. I mean, we did, but the questions in my mind are still left unanswered. Where is she from? Why is her hands black? Like, we don't know the really details about her curse. How did her curse progress? And one more thing on my mind. Yeah, I forget about it.
Whew, what a relief!
What about you? Are you feeling alright?
There's no need to worry. I'm right as a rain.
I knew you'd come out unscathed. Us, on the other hand, well, we've been bedridden for 2 days. I couldn't even turn over.
Wow. I mean, it is only to be expected after that gruesome battle.
Oh, and I wanted to ask, is Clairy gone?
Yeah.
Lyney and the other members have left Poisson and returned to the House of the Hearth. According to him, there haven't been any more sightings of a spirit roaming the house.
We bid our farewell under a blanket of sunlight.
I see.
I'm glad. Father came to check up on us 2 days ago and told us about what happened with Crusina and Clairy. Actually, I've met Crusina before.
How?
Wait, what? You've met the former knave?
Crusina died a year after Clairy. It was during the year between their deaths that I joined the House of the Hearth. Crusina had an extremely cruel and radical way of doing things. While she was alive, the atmosphere in the house was suffocating. When I joined, though, the experiment she valued so much had already come to an end, and all the people involved, dead and injured alike, were gone. Crusina never talked about the past with us newcomers. A couple of months after I joined, Father killed Crusina and burned all her files. With that, the names of all the people subjected to her experiments, Clairy included, were lost to the flames, along with the painful memories they represented.
Then he could have thought of this from the beginning. You know how Clairy talked about the experiments? He knew. That is strange.
Father took in Lyney and me a couple months after that, but she never mentioned anything about Crusina or Clairy.
It really seems like something she was planning to keep to herself. The last time you talked to her, did she mention why she kept it a secret for so long?
She said she didn't want us to be affected by the darkness of the past. She was worried we'd develop a false sense of gratitude towards her if we knew about it. The foundation of a family should be free of any corrupting influence. Whatever happened in the past, it has nothing to do with who we are now.
Again, wise words from Arlecchino.
And that's what Father told us in the end.
But I still thanked her for everything. It was only after hearing about what Crusina did that I finally realized how insignificant our lives could have been. The members of the house meant nothing to her. To say that she valued them in any way, even just as a tool, would probably be giving her too much credit.
Or maybe he only found out recently when Arlecchino came to visit them 2 days ago. Maybe I misunderstood the part where he explained about the experiments, about what Crusina did. Probably he just found out 2 days ago. I take that back.
If Father hadn't taken over the House of the Hearth, I probably would have already...
Yeah, let's don't think about that.
Father rarely brings up the fact that she saved us. She doesn't believe that being indebted to her should be what ties us together.
And she's so right for that.
But even if we didn't owe her anything, we would still choose to stay. Because this is our home. We may have arguments or times when we feel wronged. Some people may even choose to leave. But as long as Father is here, we will always have a home.
Whether the path before us is bathed in sunlight or shrouded in shadow, we'll follow Father wherever she chooses to go. So I wanted to say thank you for helping us make it through this crisis. Without your help, we could have lost a lot more along the way.
Oh, we didn't do anything, really.
Just invite us back as guests and we'll call it even.
Of course. You're welcome anytime.
Are Filio and Nantoy okay?
I actually saw them at a cafe this morning. They didn't recognize me. From what I could tell, they were drinking coffee and talking about one of the operas that started running recently. They seemed happy. If I had to take a guess, I would say they finally found the kind of life they always wished for.
Yeah, that was literally one of the best story quests I've made. Wow, so well done. It took, I don't know how many hours it took, but I really enjoyed it. Like, it went by, like it flew by. You know, sometimes in story quests, it can feel a little stagnant until you reach the end. But in this story quest, the dynamic, like, always was stable. Like, I never felt, oh, I'm bored. When will we get to the good part of the story? Like, I never felt like that. The story just